Hi everyone, I'm Erik from NTU CCDS, and today I'm talking about AI adoption. This is a short paper that we publish in RAFTA, a PAC-D workshop. So in the Sentic team, we work a lot on the technological aspects of AI. I'm sure you heard that AI is often hailed as a fourth technological revolution, but we also look at the impact that AI is having on humanity. For example, in this short paper co-authored by Geoffrey Hinton, we discuss AI as one of those so-called narcissistic wounds, as Freud used to call them. The fact that now we are no longer the only intelligent agents in the universe. So this is a kind of psychological impact or narcissistic wound that is worth to discuss about. We also look at the impact that AI is having on society. I'm sure you heard about the phenomenon of tech marriages and in general, how much technology is good enough. What is the best trade-off between using too little and too much technology? We also look at the kinds of impacts that AI is having on the economy. In this other short paper, we discuss about the transition from an attention economy to a relationship economy, because now we have these AI chatbots that are becoming better and better. They knows us so much better than any other recommender system, and basically we are establishing a relationship with these with the companies that we often buy products and services from. So making sure that these relationships are transparent and they are not abused is an important step forward. We also talk about AI efficiency. So in this other short paper, we wonder whether the path that we have chosen with large language models and basically a brute force path is the correct one, and whether we should look at more nature-inspired ways of emulating intelligence. It's also important to discuss what is creativity in this generative AI era. That's something that we discuss in this other work. And finally, also the impact that AI is having on individuals in terms of AI overload. So now that supposedly we can all use AI, so much more is expected from us. So this can have also some negative impacts on people well-being. But in general, it's also interesting to see how AI is enhancing the productivity of not just big tech companies, but also SMEs. So in this other work, we look at how SMEs are adopting AI, both from a top-down point of view, but also bottom-up. And this specific paper published in PAC-D is specifically about AI adoption. So we also work with a lot of companies, and many of them are just simply using AI as a service. So they are using Cloud Enterprise or ChatGPT Pro, and that's totally fine if you just need something at the back end that can help you with some repetitive tasks. But then when you need to have some interpretability of your system, you need to have access to the inner workings of your models. That's when it makes sense to build your own AI. So interpretability is more from an engineering point of view. Explainability is more about the user getting explanations on how and why a specific output has been produced. And many are working on this XAI field at the moment, but not many go one step beyond this. And the reason is that they are just happy to have some sort of explanations. But in the Sentic team, we also wonder how good these explanations are. So to build trust between employees or researchers and their AI models, it's important to know how much we can trust these explanations. And there is no consensus on how to evaluate explainability yet, but in the Sentic team, we do this in three ways: in terms of utility, how useful an explanation is; robustness, if I keep asking the model, do I still get similar explanations; and finally, faithfulness, because I also have interpretability, access to the inner workings of my system. I can see whether those explanations are faithful or not. And last but not least, you have HAI, human-centered AI with the human in the loop that builds on top of all these other phases. So once you have interpretability and explainability that you can trust, then you can also have a system that you can interact with. So for example, if you're a financial advisor and you're asking your model to make some market predictions, and then you're not very sure about some of these, you can ask the model how and why these predictions are made. And if you realize that the model is using, for example, some news that you consider fake news, or some part of the time series, the training data that you don't like, you can ask your system to remove this data and recalculate the output for you. So this is really where the power of AI for enterprise lies. It's a mix between the capabilities that AI has of pattern recognition and generalization, but also the human input that is always making sure that AI models are not hallucinating and they are doing what they're meant to do. So this is our work in a nutshell. You can take a look at the paper. Here's the link at the bottom of the slide. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Let me know, send me an email or write a comment on the video, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.